Just a tip.
Do you have any idea about this podcast at all?
Well, I got a better idea compared to last time, so yes.
The thing about podcasts is that you just say things as and when as they feel to you, and then don't think about them again. Except if you're us, we are so fucking inept that we just have to do things multiple times.
Some people are lucky to actually do this as a full-time job.
Arsehole. I was listening
But,
to some podcasts, right, and I'm not being obviously I'm not going to use any of this, but I was listening to some podcasts, and I am just amazed at what shit there is.
Come on, let's get the podcast started. So how are you going to introduce this?
Firstly, can you just stop telling me what to do? Just a tip.
Okay,
So-
that'll be interesting.
Maybe we just have to pay some docs.
I like the fact that rather than say, this might gain traction because of the content and the quality of it, you're thinking, nah, let's just pay some bots. That's how much you believe in our material.
I'm not even thinking paying bots. I think we can probably automate this shit. So what would that mean? We'd have to because otherwise, if you do it manually, you have to create like 2,000 email addresses. Like I'm a tosspot1@gmail.com. I'm a tosspot2@gmail.com. I'm a tosspot3. I mean, that's taking that's a lot of effort, isn't it?
As if anyone's actually going to listen to two random people digressing every 30 seconds. Yeah, they go, oh, wow, I like the point he just pivoted on. Now we're going to talk about rocket science.
I mean, it would help if we had a bit of some kind of celebrity or known kind of face.
Known face, yeah. I mean, yeah. It would be nice if one of us was slightly famous, but
we basically do a 2-pack. He's still releasing stuff now, and he's been dead for years, decades.
I'm impressed that a dead guy has actually got more output than us.
Yeah,
it's a bit embarrassing.
It's quite depressing, isn't it?
Even the Beatles are releasing new records. 50% of them are dead.
On for ages.
Both you and me are a picture of health. Yet we've done 3 podcasts this year.
3 podcasts and failed to edit some other shit that we've filmed. Every new year, it's like, yeah, 2019. Yeah, okay, let's start the year on a high. We didn't even do that this year, did we? We did that in 2018. This year, we were just like, yeah, really busy. Shall we do something? What a load of shit. He's such a twat.
Friends like me who needs enemas.
Episode 4. Are we going for a different show format this week?
Well, I was going to ask one question. How come you started episode 3 with just you giving me a bollocking?
How come?
Yes.
Episode.
Episode 1 and 2 was just basically the show format of people writing in and we solving their problems. Then you just posted episode 3 where you're just basically having a meltdown.
You needed to know. It wasn't an initial plan to post us having a difference of opinion.
Well, the problem is the fact that you posted it on iTunes for everyone to hear. So I can hear the issues again, and so can everyone else.
Everyone can just understand what an annoying twat you actually are, I think.
Oh, right. So, at least we successfully made it to episode 4. So,
episode 4, yeah.
We haven't even told what, anyone who's listening for the first time doesn't know what the show is. So what's the show?
Are you telling me?
Yes, I'm telling you.
Why are you bossing me around? Who the fuck do you think you are?
I'm just saying this is a show format. It's a show format, and no one knows what it is.
We haven't even started recording it, have we? Just when I think that you couldn't be more of a twat, and I couldn't hate you anymore, you surpass yourself.
Oh, thanks. Just one thing before we start the show.
Yes.
Just one thing. I know the last few podcasts have dissolved into a bit of sweary, so I think we need a bit of a disclaimer right at the beginning. So do you want to do that? Just do a disclaimer. And introduce
hang on.
What the show format is first, then do the disclaimer.
Have you actually started the script?
No.
Fuck me. Have you actually started going through the script?
There is no script. This is actually impromptu and off the cuff, right? You've got a couple of emails from people who need help.
What have I got in front of me then?
Nothing.
I'm looking at a script sent via an email. It's an attachment from yourself.
Kit, the show's called Just a Tip. Is that right?
You are following the script.
No.
You are following the script.
No. Let's just get the show started. We're now, 5 minutes in?
This is supposed to be an impromptu chat, and then we discuss about the letters that people write in, and you give them the advice. I am the talent.
I'm the neutral party.
Kit,
And
you're not supposed to be telling me this. You're supposed to be telling the audience what the show format is, right? I know what it is. I've just got to episode 3.5 or 4 or whatever you want to call it, because I don't know what the last one was. Yes.
Sam, listen.
I'm listening.
Look, we don't want to do a podcast about ordinary people.
Okay.
Apparently, the commissioner said that after the bad publicity of Jeremy Kyle, we should change the style.
Oh, okay. What's the style going to be? Because it's always good to change a style halfway through a season or a series. Great. Do you just plug up your ears and just talk and just like forget everything? We're digressing again.
Just stop fucking talking. All I hear is nails on a chalkboard, and it's grating.
Yes.
I mean, I can't believe we're here again for the 4th fucking week.
Well, you're the one desperate to make the show a success. That's great. It's successful already.
As we've discussed, I'm the ideas man. You make the shit happen.
I'm supposed to make the shit happen.
Yes.
Okay, well, should we get the show started?
For example, we should actually go and help celebrities.
Yeah, okay, now we're back on track. So you want to change the show format. That took 10 minutes for you to explain. That's lovely.
Amend the show format. We need to adapt, don't we? Because we've done a few now. We're kind of finding our feet. It's still we need to prove to the commissioners that we are a little bit more dynamic.
Okay, fine. So why celebrities?
Why?
So successful celebrities or those celebrities who've fallen on hard times, like Freddie Starr?
Isn't he dead?
It was too late for us to save him, so yes, he's technically dead. And plus, he lived in Gibraltar with no internet, so how's he going to contact us?
You're going to have to cut that bit out, I think, so we might get sued.
Sued by a dead guy?
Well, but it's a bit of bad taste, isn't it?
He can't sue us, technically, because he died in Gibraltar, so technically he's out of the, the litigation zone?
Just carry on talking, because you sound more and more like a cunt, and I think if they sue us, then they'll probably aim at you anyway, so just carry on.
You know, his Kitten Sands is just a tip.
I wasn't the one who just said that. You said all that. I was thinking anyway of celebrities.
You know what? I'm going to edit all of my bits out and just have the Freddie Starr, then just do your rambling thing, so everything points at you.
You don't know how to edit.
I know how to edit. Do you know I spent 3 hours in the last podcast just taking out your ums and ahs? It's like a 5-year-old child.
Yeah.
I went to the school today. I went to the shop and bought a lollipop.
It's because I keep getting interrupted. I can't talk because some selfish little keeps talking.
Anyway, are we going to start the show? This is a bit awkward, isn't it?
If we just take a pause for a sec, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm good. I'm back. Yeah. Right. So.
Are you feeling better? Oh. So what did you just do?
The kind of celebrities that I was talking about is, people like Jimmy Carr.
A multi-millionaire, successful comic and television personality, and he needs our help. What problems has he got?
He's reached out. He was a first responder.
Oh, right. He's actually a friend of yours. Where did you meet? Did you go to his show and just try to go backstage and rim him?
Stop being a fucking twat. Who do you think you are, Piers Morgan? We might have to bleep that bit out as well, because obviously we don't want to get sued, and he is still alive and probably got very expensive.
Okay, this is a bit of a problem, Kit.
What?
We're talking about celebrities that clearly we've never met, right? Like you've met Jimmy Carr. Yeah, you want me to cut out...
If you wait...
to cut out Piers Morgan and Freddie Starr.
If you wait a second, I will get the email. I will dig out the email. Hang on. If you wait a second, I'll dig out the email that he sent.
Scroll down the script. Yeah.
Are you trying to go back to the script now?
I don't know. I have no idea.
We tried to do a script in episode 1, and it fell spectacularly on its ass because we realised that you couldn't read and talk.
I can do both things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
what did Jimmy Carr say?
Jimmy has an issue.
Oh, what issue is that?
As a successful comic, I'm going to read it as you've written it. So if there's any errors, then you'll just have to edit around it. Yeah. But you can just.
That's giving the game away again. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, Jimmy has an issue. As a
successful comic. Yeah. Carry on.
What?
Carry on. I'm not reading from the script either. Go on.
Don't start saying the same words. You might as well just read it out.
No. You read it out. You're the ideas man.
Don't read it out.
Okay.
Don't try and talk over me just because you're trying to get, more time, more air time.
All right, then. I'll be quiet.
I'm going to read it out in my radio voice.
Oh, yeah, that patronising radio. Well, yeah, but go for it.
Hello. Welcome to Just a Tip. So Jimmy Carr has an issue. And he says, as a successful comic, he finds it hard to sleep properly when on tour and needs our advice. Sans, he needs our advice. Yes, he does, on how to navigate the perils of his own road. I don't even know what you said. Hang on. Let me just read this out, see if you can actually navigate a sentence. Jimmy has an issue. As a successful comic, he finds it hard to sleep properly when on tour and needs our advice on how to navigate the perils on his on the road business. If he can't find himself relaxing after a gig, he may have a hard time quitting tour. He might have to, whatever. He might have to, if he can't sleep, then he might have to quit touring or some shit like that. I don't know. You've made it up.
You got a point. It says perils of his on the road bit. Yeah, no, that's a point. I f that one up. If he can't find himself relaxing after a gig, he may have to quit touring altogether. That works.
Okay, listeners, we have a you all listen. Your ears don't deceive you at all. Yes, Sandeep Mahal has just admitted that he's made a mistake. We've got an intro music, haven't we?
Yes, the intro music is now. And that was it.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to make a big difference.
Well, it makes it a bit more professional, unlike your voice.
People need an intro music.
People need help. You need help. I can't help you. My certificate doesn't cover bellends.
Anyway, what were you saying about the Rolling Stones?
Oh, yeah. How do the Rolling Stones cope with their eternal tours?
Why have you scripted it?
You have no attention span, essentially. So if I keep you on script, you might actually not digress to talking about, I don't know, the weather or some old shit.
Is it because you don't want me to have a go at you and pull you up about how shit you actually are?
Yeah, that makes sense. What you just said now, that bit about Jimmy has an issue and me going to how that makes no sense now to anyone. How do the Rolling Stones cope with their eternal tours?
Wait, you read the script. You wrote it. Do you
want me to read your part and my part?
Yes.
Let's not give a about the audience. Let's just resolve these issues now. I'm going to do it in a serious voice because the way you did it with your patronising Radio 4 voice just made it sound like you were comically taking the piss out of Jimmy Carr, who has feelings. We can't talk about Jimmy, can we? Because he might sue us. Anyway, okay. Yeah. Jimmy has an issue. As a successful comic, he finds it hard.
He's got a lot of money and can pay for expensive lawyers.
You know what? The one thing we've got going for us is the fact that nobody's going to fucking listen to this show.
Oh, hang on! I've just remembered.
Oh, what did you just remember?
I couldn't believe that you actually wanted to do episode 4 because has James Corden not got back in contact about you writing for his show?
We're not going to talk about that.
Why not?
We're not going to talk about it.
Why?
Because it's a bit of an issue now.
Well, what's the issue?
Well, he listened to the last episode, funny enough, probably one of 3 people on the whole planet. So he's basically sent a cease and desist letter, and now I've got a ban from going to America. So that's Thanks for that. What? My big showbiz break is basically gone because of you, and now I'm just back to doing episode 4 of this podcast, which is going nowhere. Nice, thanks.
Well, so not only he's banned you from writing on his show, he's actually banned you from getting into the country.
Yes, he managed to put a word in.
Because he realises how shit you are.
No, I was not shit. It's just that he took some of the stuff we were saying in the last podcast the wrong way, and I've been trying to reach out to him, and he basically doesn't want to know. Well, I'll sleep with him if I have to. I'd sleep with Jimmy Fallon. I don't care. Interesting
to know. That's good to know.
Yeah. So how are we going to help Jimmy Carr?
What about Jonathan Ross?
How are we going to... Well, let's not push it.
Which celebrities wouldn't you sleep with to get a job?
Jonathan Ross.
Why not?
Because he might hear the podcast and block me as well.
He's got a prime time slot on ITV. That's Saturday night.
Yeah.
Big time. Why wouldn't you let Jonathan Ross sleep with you?
Okay, now we're going from weird fantasy, kind of sleeping with celebrities, to the fact that if I slept with Jonathan Ross, for example, then I got hired by him in the writing team. Don't you think it'd be a bit awkward just sitting in the same room with someone you just basically had sex with? Yeah, this is a bit awkward.
Nah.
You wouldn't.
You'd
move on.
You'd be where you wanted to be, wouldn't you?
I don't know why we're analysing me at the moment, but it's the fact that Fallon and Corden are in America and I want to crack America. I don't really want to crack middle-class TV in the UK.
So what's wrong with UK TV? Just dig yourself deeper.
There is nothing wrong with UK TV. I think Jonathan Ross is genius.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to work on TV here, then I don't really know why you're still here, because obviously, eventually, this show...
Kid.
It all makes sense now. That's why you're sabotaging my career. I knew it. You really are a aren't you?
No. I'm not trying to sabotage your career. I mean, you'd have to have one in the first place before I could break it.
Exactly.
Shall we just go back to the show?
Yeah.
Because the commissioner's going to listen to this and go, it's just two biddies just arguing about nothing. This is great, isn't it?
The premise of the show, initially, my idea, because I think Jeremy Kyle had recently just obviously been taken off the air. There was a space for someone to fill that slot, and just a tip, it would have been absolutely brilliant just to slot inside that kind of agony uncle.
Well, it wasn't, was it?
Like,
We're on
Rob.
episode 4.
As we've just found out that you've been sabotaging the show because you don't want it to be on telly.
You sabotaged me.
So exactly. Can I just ask the question? Exactly.
You rohypnoled my career.
If you are here and you
Yes.
don't want to be on telly, and this is a test for a TV format show for the UK, why the are you here? Why?
I'm here because there's nowhere else to go. Help me to help you.
Don't use the show's motto back at us.
Okay. No. The show's motto is turning life woes into life wins, isn't it?
What,
So you that one up.
We've got many.
I quoted Jerry Maguire.
Oh yeah, I even wrote that one as well. I'd actually forgotten.
You forgot your own show format. Do you know where the bathroom is?
It's got.
Has anyone shown you?
It's got many different guises and mottos. It's all good.
Yeah. Shoot to the moon and back. Wow. Yeah, that's a great one. Ooh. Anyway, shall we just go back to the show?
I mean,
Might
so.
as well.
Well, what I find more interesting is that what exactly you're supposed to be doing here now. Because I thought you were with me. I thought you really wanted to push this, and we were going to get this made. I think the next episode, right? We do a special, and we basically put you in the hot seat. I want to help you. I want to help you out.
Yeah. Look, Kit.
I'm a nice guy. I know you are
Why don't
actually
we get a
twat.
real celebrity to actually turn up to our podcast and actually sit there? I think what we should also do, we should do a video cast, put you in a wheelchair and run you off a cliff. There you go. How about that? That'll be fun.
Are you saying murder? Murder is fun. Is murder fun?
It wouldn't be a massive cliff. You'll just have 2 broken legs. You'll have to crawl your way across the beach. That's fine. And that would be equally fun. You know,
Manslaughter's fine, is it?
It's not manslaughter. You'll still be alive. Just crippled for
GBA.
life. It depends on who pushes you off.
Right, I got to take a break. We literally need to take a break because I need a shit. Oh, sorry about that. I feel a lot more relaxed. Yeah.
Classy.
I thought I was a bit stressed. It wasn't just, your face.
Well,
Can't even see your face, your voice.
My psychology degree doesn't actually point out stress shit.
Anyway, I was having to think whilst I was in there.
Nice.
It's because it's where I do my best thinking, and I realised. Anyway, so we get a celebrity in.
Yes.
And to advise us and to help us with the format of the show, and we try and pitch the show to them, and then we try and evolve it with their input, maybe.
All right. Yeah. There's one small thing I want to mention.
Yeah.
Shall we finish this show first?
Yeah. Obviously, I'm advertising the next show.
But the thing is, we haven't done anything of any note for this show. So we got a fictional friend called Jimmy Carr, who's probably going to sue us for defamation of character, who's emailed you from a fictional email address, and we haven't fixed his fictional problems.
I gave you a fucking opportunity again, and you've thrown it back in my face. Let me finish.
Ooh.
So I gave you a fucking chance again, because you said, look, I don't really know. I feel more at ease if I've got a bit of paper and reading stuff. So I said, okay, throw a few things together, and we'll go through that if you want, if it will make you feel better. And what you've done is you've basically scripted something, and now you're blaming me for the fucking script.
I thought it was funny. I do the comedies.
Or say that again.
I do the comedies. So I wrote a very funny script. Jimmy Carr, we've done some improv. I mean, how many people reference Freddie Starr in a podcast these days? He's forgotten about. We just did that. We go retro. We bring everyone back. So shall we just do the rest of my answer? Yeah,
you might as well read it out, mate, because it clearly doesn't work as a joint thing, does it? But for the remaining minutes, right? I'll just play on my phone.
Okay, that's fine.
Stuff. And it can be called. This can be called the Sans part of the show.
Well, Sans' corner. Put on your slippers. Get the pipe out. Okay, I'm going to pretend to be you and me and just get the rest of this script, because it's a script.
Go on then.
Okay, Kit. Jimmy has an issue. As a successful comic...
Hang on.
I'm just pretending to be you.
Hang on, yeah, but that's... What kind of impression is that?
That's you. That's how you talk.
Yeah, but that's quite insulting.
Yeah. Phonetically, you are the Stephen Hawking of, podcasters.
What? Whoa! You got what kind of voice are you doing there?
He can't sue us because Stephen Hawking is dead.
That's not even a Stephen Hawking voice. Stephen Hawking would have a robotic electronic voice. You were doing a voice.
Do you want me to do that?
Doing the voice.
Jimmy has an issue as a successful comic. He finds it hard to sleep properly when on tour. Exterminate.
You're fucking outrageous. I thought you were supposed to be the PC one. You f***ed our chances of making it in America, and you f***ed our chances of making it on telly.
Yeah,
And
I mean, seeing as
so
you're
what?
living in a
Let
look,
me finish.
Kit, let me finish. Kit.
Why don't you just go completely fuck our chances of us even trying to put this fucking podcast out?
Kit.
So you've done TV US, you've done TV UK. Well, let's do.
Okay, Kit. Hey, Kit. Listen.
Do the radio.
Do you know what we should do? For episode 6? We should get Bob Geldof to do like a big charity ball so we can make loads of money and raise our profile. Like the secret policeman's ball, but with Bob Geldof. He's not going to sue us. Anyway, let's wrap this shit up, all right? So the answer for Jimmy Carr is, well, this is the 2010s, so nobody does drugs anymore. So I reckon Jimmy should do his gigs during office hours. Yeah.
Because I mean, for the half person who's probably fallen asleep and this is like just come on late and it's come into it late. Why don't you just recap what the f*** is going on? Because this is your show. This episode 4. This is you. This is you. I'm wiping my hands of it. This is
done.
This is yours.
Do you read me? Do you dig? Okay.
I'm not here.
Oh, you're not here. Okay, cool. So the answer for Jimmy Carr and his insomnia and touring schedule is, well, this is the 2010s, so nobody does drugs anymore. So I reckon Jimmy should do his gigs during office hours. The audience turnout will mainly be the unemployed trustafarians who can afford his gigs, and with the miracle of editing, they can add laughter to the soundtrack. Do you see how I read that scripted piece without any mistakes? Anyway, gigs are generally...
Because you wrote it, that's why.
Yeah, and you can even read what I wrote.
Now realised that it was shittily written, which is surprising considering how much ultimately you still need me as much as I need you. That's where it comes down to, and that really irritates the fuck out of me, and it probably annoys you just as much.
Yeah, gigs are generally loss leaders to drive the multimedia profits, so why go through the pain?
Are you still reading this? I mean, because you're reading it in such a monotonous tone that you're not putting any kind of feeling or whatever. You know at school.
I'm reading it with empathy.
You know at school when the teacher goes, okay, well we'll all read the sentence, and you think, oh Christ, and you're not. Everyone just goes, and then Jane Eyre went and fun and
no.
and no one's really paying attention because
I read this bit out.
Read it properly. And you're just thinking, oh God, which one's my sentence? Right, okay, I'll concentrate on this, concentrate on this, not listening to anything else. That's basically how you sound reading your own fucking work.
Yes.
We are a sorry state. We are a sorry fucking state. We clearly can't write. We can't sit in the same room as each other.
Well, we're not really, are we?
Exactly.
Only because you've got a restraining order against me. Again. Pun.
You can't even do Radio 4 jokes.
Can we just wrap this up? So Jimmy Carr's like, fine, he can just make his money from his DVD profits and just tour during the daytime, right? There you go. Then he has his evenings free to have dinner with his girlfriend and sleep at reasonable time. Now, here's a line I actually wrote for you to diss me, but I'm going to use it against you. And I assume you put your voice into an equalizer to sound more like a... You could have used that one. I gave that to you. And now I'm using it against you. Okay, Kit.
Oh, sorry. I was on mute. I was on just I was on the phone.
Who are you calling?
Just talking to a mate, just to arrange to go for a drink after this is wrapped.
You just basically called your friends and organised drinks live on a podcast. Nice, classy.
It's your podcast. You can't control your host, so that's.
So you've taken a shit and you just organised drinks.
It's your show.
Right. Do you want to phone up Carluccio's and just make yourself dinner reservations for one? Loser.
It's your show, and I've given you the reins of it because that's the kind of guy I am. And
our show.
You f***ed it. This episode is yours. It's yours. I let you drive it and
drive it into the ground.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. So
You're
episode
not supposed to agree with that. You're supposed to defend the show.
episode 5 will be the resurrection.
Okay, so what's the last line in the script? You are the equivalent of the blogs people put in LinkedIn. Nobody reads them. Really, nobody. Do you see what the reference was? It's the fact that no one's listening to the podcast.
LinkedIn blogs, right? That's quite a good point, right? LinkedIn blogs. Who fucking blogs on LinkedIn? It's like
Everybody.
What the fuck?
I just opened up the app the other day, and there's like 20 people doing blogs about some stuff that I'm clearly never going to read, and it's just for their
Right,
self-satisfaction.
Well, yeah, hi, yeah. I'm such a professional. I'm actually blogging. About something which I think I've got. Everyone's a fucking critic, aren't they? Everyone's a fucking reviewer. Everyone thinks that they know best, and they clearly don't. Everyone knows, unless it is something that that obviously they're working in, or they're working around, or they've been working in that industry for a certain amount of time. But most of the time, the blog is it's basically just an extended opinion of some shite, of some little narrow-minded Middle Englander having a fucking pop at some bollocks, which they go, I don't really understand that, so I don't like it. So hang on, that's never going to catch on. Oh, hang on. Yeah, let's all just be
Kit.
scared of things that we don't really understand.
Kit, are you having a meltdown again?
No,
You're just losing your shit again, aren't you?
No,
You've got to stop
actually,
doing this. You need anger management issues.
I
We're supposed to help people.
I was actually agreeing with you that the blogs on LinkedIn are a load of old bollocks.
Oh, that's all right.
And people who generally blog via LinkedIn are just cunts.
I'm glad you see things my way, but you just didn't have to go mental. I'm gonna have to go now because I'm gonna start drinking. It's midday and I just had enough. So you probably noticed that this is a consistent theme that I do podcasts with you, then I start drinking. Great.
And the sad matter of fact is that, Sans, this is the most exciting point of my week, recording this.
Oh wow, that's
And
you set the bar very low.
And if anyone's listening to it, and if anyone does listen, then I genuinely do love them because I think they're brilliant. And
Can you smell that?
what?
Can you smell that?
What?
It's a smell of desperation. I love you.
Like it. We're not even going to listen to this again.
We not actually addressed any of the audience. We've just been talking to each other like we're in a pub. Two angry old women in a pub, arguing over some podcast boyfriend.
No. You can't say that because that's sexist.
Okay. How about two gerbils in a cage?
That's fine.
Cage fighting. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Because I don't want to get sued by women.
That's fine. But when you
unquote.
get mugged by an angry gerbil,
Those guys are bastards. One tried to slash me with his knife.
My only issue is you.
Okay, good night.
Just a tip.